So our aim for today is just 4 sums. Let us try and finish that off properly. Okay. Yes. Let me just explain to you what do you mean by proportion. Till now, whatever we have discussed, that came in ratio. Chapter's name is ratio and proportion. So now we'll understand what is proportion. See, A upon B, when we discussed, A upon B is a ratio. If I equate to another ratio, let us say C upon D. If A upon B is equal to C upon D, if two ratios are equal, then I can say A, B, C, D are in proportion. Okay. So if you all want, you all can write it like this. If A upon B is equal to C upon D, then A, B, C, D are in proportion. Now here I can say A is the first proportional. Follow the same order. A is the first, then B is the second proportional, C is the third proportional, D is the fourth proportional. Okay. Message me yes if everyone has understood this. Okay, great. Now let us discuss another type of proportion, and that is continued proportion. Okay. It will be very similar to this, except in this case, these two numbers will be same. Wherever my ratio will stop here, it will continue from there. That's why it's called continued proportion. So I can say if A upon B is equal to B upon C, then I can say A, B I won't write it 2 times, C are in continued proportion. Okay. So if A upon B is equal to C upon D, then I can say A, B, C, D are in proportion. If A upon B is equal to B upon C, then I can say A, B, C are in continued proportion. I hope this part is very clear. Okay. Fine. A was the first proportional. Here also A is the first proportional. B was the second and C was the third. But if you'll notice here, I don't want people to turn on their videos. Zahir from DN Nagar. Okay. Here B and C were the second and third one. But here B and D are there. So what we'll call this, we'll have to give both of them the same name. And the name we are giving B is, we are calling it mean proportion. Daniel from Takshila, turn off your video. Okay, henceforth, if anyone turns on the video, I'll have to throw them out. Okay. So B is the mean proportional. Okay. D, the name given to the one that repeats is called as mean proportional. Another name for the same is geometric mean. Okay. So I hope this part is clear. Okay, someone is saying to repeat, so I'll repeat again. If A upon B is equal to C upon D, A, B, C, D are in proportion. A is first proportional, B is second proportional, C is third proportional, D is fourth proportional. Okay. In continued proportion, if A upon B is equal to B upon C, see this is repeating, then I can say A, B, C are in continued proportion. A is again the first proportional. B is repeating 2 times, so we are not calling it second, third, fourth, fifth. We are giving it a new name, and that is mean proportional or geometric mean. These are the 2 names given. and A, B, and C are in continued proportion. So A becomes the first proportional, B becomes the mean proportional, C becomes the third proportional. Okay. It is not geometry mean, it is geometric. TRIC. Okay. Okay. So if you have understood this, Rishi Jain wants to know why geometric mean. You will come to know in 10th standard. Okay. For now, it will not make sense if I go to explain it. Okay. Let's try and do the first sum then. Okay. So now I want people to raise their hand who want to answer. Okay, if 20 people do not raise their hand, then I will not allow anyone to speak. Okay, because the same people keep answering every time. So right now only 5 people have raised their hand. So I will only explain this sum. Okay. If more people don't answer, then nobody will get to answer. Yes, only 8 people have raised and only 9 people. I want at least 20. 20 participants to raise their hand. Yes, it's reducing further. Okay, let's not waste your time. Okay, fine, everyone. I'll explain this sum then. They've given us 3 numbers, 12, 16, and 21. Okay. They are telling us what should be subtracted from each of them. From each of them, what should I subtract? What should I minus? So that they become in continued proportion. Right now, if you notice, continued proportion, I hope you remember the middle number repeats twice. So that would have been 12 upon 16 is equal to 16 upon 21. If these 3 were in continued proportion, then it would have been like this. But if I check, if I cancel here, 4 3s are 4 4s are, and here it's not getting cancelled, right? So if you notice, they are not equal. So this is not continued proportion yet. But what they're telling us is if I subtract the same number from all of them, then they'll become in continued proportion. I do not know which number I should subtract. Your first statement should be, let the number to be subtracted yes, let's continue. Let this number subtracted be x. Okay. So what we are going to be doing is we are subtracting x from each of these numbers. So what will become to 12? It will become 12 minus x. This will become 16 minus x. This will become 21 minus x. Fine. Someone is asking which sum is this? This is 4.5 sum. Sorry, 4.5 practice set. First sum. Okay. Hello, Daniel.
Hello, sir.
Yes. If these three, if I subtract x from each one, they are in continual proportion. So how will I write them?
So 12 minus x plus 16 minus x
Plus
plus
या upon.
upon upon 16 minus x is equal to 16 minus x upon 21 minus x.
Okay. Do you know how to solve this further?
So you can cancel it maybe.
Cancel what?
Oh, you cross multiply.
Cross multiply. So tell me what happens when you cross multiply.
12 minus x in bracket 21 minus x is equal to 16 minus x in bracket 16 minus x.
Okay. Do you know how to open bracket?
So the middle sign will change.
No, only put 12. 12 and multiply it with the second bracket. So what will I write?
Okay,
12,
12 21 minus x
21 minus x.
minus
Then
minus x 21 minus x
very good. Do the same thing in the right side.
is equal to 16 minus x minus x 16 minus x.
Okay. Multiply these two.
So give me a minute.
Yeah, sure.
$252
Okay. 252. Multiply this and x.
minus 12x
Multiply these two.
21x minus 21x
Multiply these two.
plus 2x. Oh, x square plus x square.
X square. Yeah. Now tell me about this.
256
Right. 256
minus 16x minus 16x plus x square.
plus x. Tell me, can we cancel these two?
Yes, sir.
But both are plus, no?
Then we can't.
See, when they are on the same side of equal to, then plus x square and minus x square would get cancelled. But when they are on opposite sides of equal to, no, the same signs term will get cancelled.
Okay, sir.
So will they get cancelled or not?
Yes, they will.
Okay. Now what will we do?
So then we'll write the entire equation again
But
and
this
try to
time
solve it.
you
Like
can get the
52
add the
minus
like
12.
terms, no?
Yes, sir.
What do we get?
Minus
Hello, Daniel.
hello, sir.
Add these two. Why are you taking so much time?
9.
No,
9x.
they'll get added, no?
Yes, sir.
So if you add them, what do you get? 1 second. Yeah, continue. If you both are minus, so will we add them or subtract them?
So we'll add with minus 9.
Yeah, so if you add them, you get 9?
33.
33x is equal to what will happen here?
256. Same.
Hmm.
16 plus 0 x minus 0 x.
Are you subtracting them or adding them?
32.
Minus 32x. Okay. So arrange them now.
252 minus 256, or we can make it merge
Correct.
everything,
Minus 250
is equal to minus 32x plus 33x.
plus 33x. So what is this subtraction?
Minus 4.
Minus 4. And this
1x.
1x. So can I say x?
Ah, yes, sir.
So can you say we have found the number that we are supposed to subtract?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what will be your final statement?
We will subtract 4 from each of the three numbers to make them in equal continual proportion.
Yes. Correct. Okay. Okay, everyone. I hope you all understood how to do this. Let's do one more sum of this type. Okay. Yes, if I read the second sum now, they are telling us 28 minus x is mean proportional. Of 23 minus x and 19 minus x. Now understand this. If you follow the order, right, here you will think that this is first, this is second, this is third, but that is wrong. I hope you all remember what do you mean by mean proportional. Mean proportional means this value will repeat 2 times. It will come in between. If I ask you how to write it, what order to write it, I hope you all can answer that 23 minus x upon this one, that is 28 minus the mean proportional come in between, is equal to 28 minus x upon this, that is 19 minus x. So students, tell me if is it possible for you all to solve it yourself? Is it exactly same like the previous sum? And if you keep solving it, do you agree you'll get x in the same manner? Correct? So let's not waste our time solving this sum. Rishi Jain, practice it and next time we'll discuss it. Okay? So see, every time I solve, that will not help you all. I want you all to solve it and then we'll compare the calculation next time. Right? Okay. So let's move on to the remaining two sums. Just for information, fifth and sixth sums are omitted. Okay, I hope your school has also given you all the sums which are not there. So fifth and sixth we don't need to do. Only two more sums are remaining now. Third sum, let us understand. Three numbers are in continual proportion. I can see only 10 hands raised still. I want more people to raise their hand. Okay. Three numbers are in continual proportion, whose mean proportional is 12, and the sum of the remaining two numbers is 26. Then find these numbers. Okay, understand this now. Okay, I can see participants is somewhere around 15. I want 20 people to raise, then I'll give one person to answer. Till then I'll be solving. Okay. So as I said, when they're telling us three numbers in 1, 2, 3. Okay, there are three numbers which are in continual proportion. And out of these three, if you notice, they have told us one of them. Can anybody tell me which one do we know? See, below I'm writing first, second, third. In message, can you all tell me which out of the three we already know? Read the question and let me know. Yes, a lot of people are messaging me second one. Good. Okay. How do we know this? Because they are telling us the mean proportional is 12. Mean proportional is 12 means first or last one are not mean proportional. The middle one is mean proportional. So basically this one is given. Okay. We can take the first one as X and the second one as Y. So I hope you all have understood this. The statement can be let the remaining two numbers be X and Y. Okay. Okay. Then they are telling us the sum of these two numbers, the sum, the addition of these two numbers. I can see a lot of people are putting their camera on. I'll start removing students. I've already removed one. Okay. They're telling us the sum of the remaining two numbers, that is X plus Y, is equal to 26. And their mean, when they're telling us these three are in continued proportion, it means that x upon 12 is equal to 12 upon y. This is what we mean by continued proportion, right? X upon 12 is equal to 12 upon y. So if I cross multiply them, I'll get x into y is equal to 12 into 12. And 12 into 12 is 144. Okay. Now let us understand something over here, that if I'm having two equations like this, I can find the value of one variable here and substitute it here. For example, let us try to find the value of y here. Y ढूंढने के लिए I'll keep only y here. I'll take everything else to the right. So I'll get y is equal to, if x goes to the right, it becomes 26 minus x. Okay. So what we can do is we can substitute this value here. So I'll get x. Instead of y, I'm substituting. The value of y, if you notice here, is 26 minus x is equal to 144. Okay, if I open this bracket, x into 26 is 26x minus x into x is x square is equal to 144. Now this, if you'll notice, this is very much like what we have done in third chapter, last exercise. Basically, we have to arrange it in such a way that x square comes first, then x term, and then the constant term. What I'll do is I'll take everything to the right. I'll take x squared to the right. I'll take 26x also to the right. So what I'll get is 0 is equal to, x square goes to the right, it is minus here. It will go to the right and become plus x square. Plus 26x is to the right, it will become minus 26x. And 144 is here only, so it will remain plus 144. Okay, so the equation becomes x square minus 26x plus 144 is equal to 0. Okay. Now I want everyone to try and do this. We are trying to split the middle term. So we want, when we are splitting the middle term, multiply करके 144 आना चाहिए. Basically, factors of 144 such that if you notice the last sign is plus, so we should add and get 26. So factors of 144 which add and give you 26. Okay, message me the answer if you all get it. I'm giving you all some time. Okay. 144 if I factorize. There are some people who are sending me the correct factors. If I factorize it, 2 72s are 144. 2 36s are 72. 2 18s are 36. 2 9s are 18. 3 3s are 9. And 3 1s are 3. Okay. So these are all the factors. And we have to make it in two such groups which adds and give you 26. So what I'll do is let's say I'll divide into three numbers. These 3 and these 3. So if I check 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8. I'm writing 8 here. 3 3s are 9, 9 2s are 18. So I'm writing 18. So 8 into 18 will give us this number. But add and check. Is the addition giving me 26? Yes. So I can see a lot of students have messaged me the answer. Okay. Yes. Let me continue the steps over here. So I'm getting x square minus 26x plus 144 is equal to 0. The factor, as I told you all, is 8 and 18. So I'll write it as x square minus 8x minus 18x plus 144 is equal to 0. If I take common from these two, I'll get x bracket x minus 8. If I take common from these two, 18 will come common. See, 8 into 18 is 144. So if I take minus 18 common, I'll end up getting x minus 8 is equal to 0. These two will come common, x minus 8. And these two will remain, x minus 18 is equal to 0. Yes? I hope everyone has understood this. Now what you all can do is you all can say if two brackets are multiplying and giving you 0, then, wait, I'll erase this part. Okay. Yes. X minus 8 is equal to 0. Basically, when two numbers multiply and give you 0, either first number is 0 or the second number is 0. If first number is 0, that means I can take minus 8 there. So I'll get x ka value as 8. Or if I take minus 18 there, I'll get x ka value as 18. Okay? So either x ka value 8 hai, या x का value 18. But we are not just supposed to find x, we are also supposed to find y. So just check this. Y is equal to 26 minus x का value 8 है. Right? If you want to find y, if I know x, I can find y. So y is 26 minus 8, so y is equal to 18. And if x is 18, then I'll get y is equal to 26 minus 18, where I'll get answer as 8. So these are the pair of answer we are getting. See, if x is 8, y is 18. If x is 18, then y is 8. Basically, can I say the remaining two numbers are 8 and 18? कोई भी order में लिखो, but the remaining two numbers are 8 and 18. Okay, so they're asking us to find the remaining two numbers. So our final answer will be, therefore the remaining two numbers are 8 and 18. Fine. We have one more sum remaining. Jay, I'll request you to watch the video again. And if you still have a doubt, I'll explain it again next time. Okay. Fifth and sixth sum is omitted by the board. So we will not keep it in school. They're not allowed to keep it in school. Okay. Okay, one last sum. Let's finish off. Fourth sum. Okay. Okay. Again, this one is an interesting sum. If people want to answer, raise your hand. I want to see 20 people raise their hand. Okay. Deep wants to answer, but Deep, only if there are more people interested in answering, then we can answer. Because otherwise, only the same few people keep answering. So that I cannot allow every time. Okay. Again, nobody is raising their hand. Fine. Fine. Okay. I'll explain this sum also. Okay. So they are telling us in the fourth sum, this is given. And we have to show that A, B, C are in continued proportion. I hope you all understand what do you mean by continued proportion. We have to show that A upon B is equal to B upon C. We have to prove this. This is given, मतलब ये use करना है, and we have to prove this. देखो, here if you notice there is no ratio here. यहाँ पे fraction नहीं है. So how will I convert this to fraction? It will be very difficult. So rather let's cross multiply this. If I cross multiply this, I'll get A into C, AC is equal to B into B, P square. So rather than let us not prove this, let us prove this instead. अगर ये मिल जाता है, then the sum is over. Hello Deep.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening. Can you help me open this bracket?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, Deep.
So, A will be multiplied by A minus B plus C. So,
Yes.
A square
Wait.
minus.
Let's just write this step first. Then next may you can open. So A into this, then
After that, B into A.
B to
B
D
into second
plus
term.
B plus B.
Plus B into second term.
Second term क्या है?
A minus B plus C.
Then
Plus C into A minus B plus C.
okay is equal to A square plus B square plus C square. Okay. Fine. Let's
So,
open this bracket.
So A square minus AB plus AC
Plus
plus AB minus B square plus BC plus CA
CA मत बोलो. Right? Say it alphabetically.
plus AC minus BC plus C square.
is equal to right में ये था ना, फर्स्ट चेक इन दिस, इसमें कुछ भी कैंसिल हो रहा है क्या, कोई प्लस
sir.
माइनस?
Minus AB and plus AB.
ओके, व्हाट एल्स?
After that, plus BC and minus BC.
ओके,
Nothing is cancelled.
अच्छा, बट मैंने बोला था ना, अगर इक्वल टू के ऑपोजिट साइड में देन सेम साइंस कैंसिल होंगे, जैसे प्लस ए स्क्वायर कैंसिल हो जाएगा,
Plus A
और
square
कुछ,
and plus C square.
सॉरी,
Plus A square and plus C square, sir.
प्लस ए स्क्वायर एंड ए स्क्वायर तो कैंसिल कर दिया, अभी और क्या,
C square also from
सी स्क्वायर, हाँ, दोनों ऑपोजिट साइड में इक्वल टू के, एंड दोनों प्लस सी स्क्वायर है. So if I check what is remaining, can I say your AC and your AC is remaining?
yes, sir.
What is AC plus AC?
AC whole square.
Wrong. Add करके थोड़ी square आता है.
A square C square.
What is 1x plus 1x?
Oh, sorry, sir. 2AC
2AC is equal to, यहाँ पे दिख रहा है b square है,
yes B square
ये माइनस बी स्क्वायर राइट में जाएगा तो क्या होगा,
plus B square.
प्लस बी स्क्वायर. Add these two also.
2B square. 2AC is equal to 2B square.
अच्छा, दोनों तरफ 2 है, तो कैन आई से 2 नीचे आके वैसे भी 2 कैंसिल ही होने वाला है.
Yes, sir.
कैन आई ब्रिंग 2 डाउन?
Yes.
So I'll get 2AC upon 2 is equal to b square.
Yes, sir. 2 and 2 we
Cancel.
cancel.
So what am I getting?
AC is equal to B square.
यही मैंने बोला था ना प्रूव करना है.
Yes.
Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Therefore, final statement, can I say therefore A, B and C are in?
A, B and C are in continuous proportion.
Okay, good. Fine.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thanks, Deep. Okay. Yes, what I'll do is, there were few students who are asking me to just repeat the beginning of the previous sum. First, message me yes if you all have understood this sum. Then I'll just quickly revise the previous sum. Okay, first message me yes for this. Okay, great. Fine. So let me quickly just guide you how to begin the third sum, and then I would like you all to try and solve it. See, what they're telling us is that there are 3 numbers, 1, 2, 3. These 3 numbers we don't know, but they are in continued proportion, ऐसा बोला है. ठीक है? And then they're telling us that the mean proportional is 12. Mean proportional मतलब वो होता है जो बीच में आता है. If you all remember in the first example I told you B is the mean proportional. A, B or C में this becomes the mean proportional. So 12, do you agree, will come here in between? ये दोनों we don't know. So I'm going to take the first one as X and the second one as Y. And in the sum they're telling us the sum of the remaining 2 numbers. Sum of the remaining 2 मतलब ये दोनों. ये दिया है, तो they are not talking about this. They're talking about the remaining 2 numbers. The sum means their addition is 26. Okay. And if I tell you the 3 are in continued proportion, can I say x upon 12 is equal to 12 upon y? यही continued proportion का meaning था. So if I cross multiply this, I'll get xy is equal to 144. If I want to substitute one of them, कोई भी एक को substitute कर सकते हो. X को इधर रख के y उधर लेके जाओ, या y को इधर लेके x उधर लेके जाओ. I kept y here only. I took x on that side, so I'll get 26 minus x. And if this, I substitute the y का value in this, so I'll get x bracket y के जगह पे I'm writing 26 minus x is equal to 144. Okay, this is what we solved later. I hope you all have practiced 3.6 properly. This will help you all with your splitting the middle. Okay. Okay, one more announcement I'd like to make is in this chapter we had directly started with 4.2. Okay, wait. Just a second.